Yeah, very good evening, everyone. I think my voice is very clear to you, everybody. Right. So, a very good evening, everyone. As you know, I'm Nikita here. I'm from Seoak, right? So, every Saturday we are having or we are launching like new topics, right? So, in the previous Saturday, we just came up with the portfolio that we have created, and before Saturday, we have came up with a topic called like Instaclone, right? So, if you missed those topics, then you can see look over into the Seoak channel, right? So, here in the today's session we are going to have the concept about the Amazon clone, right? So how we can create the Amazon clone just by using of the HTML, CSS and Bootstrap, right? So as you know already, so if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, just please go and subscribe to get like all the notifications from us, right? So already you know that every Saturday we are conducting of the same like different type of concepts here. So if you want to get notified with those concepts, so just please give a subscription to our channel, right? So we are going to start our live session, and we are going to start our concept. So if you want to share your with your friends also, you can share to your friends so they can also learn how to create the Amazon clone here, right? So I'll wait for just 2 minutes, like for some more people are going to be add here. So, and I want to tell you like one more thing. The our previous session was like in a hit. So because like many of the students were joined our session and they are also enrolled to our academy also, right? So in our institute also already they have joined and they are ready for the next batch here, right? So if you want to also join for the next batch, so book your slots here, right? So in the comment box, I'm going to post you the attendance sheet, as well as I'm going to post you the number of our counselor so you can directly get contact with our counselor, right? And as you know that, so if you can fill the form only, then you are going to get with the certification, right? So we just will wait for like one more other minute. Yeah. So very good evening, Srija and Jitendra Naik. Very good evening. Okay, so more people are joining, so we'll wait for few minutes. So until this time, so if you want to share with any of them, any of your friends, you can also share this link to your friends, okay? And if my voice is clear or not, or if you are having of any disturbance, please let me know in the comment section. So actually I want to tell you like one more thing. So we are getting of like many views, like some thousands of views, but we are not getting of like the subscription rate. So what you can do is, if you want to get notified like for every Saturday and other than Saturdays also, we are going to mention, like we are going to conduct these type of an activities every time. So if you want to get notified with those things, so you need to just subscribe with our channel. So that is what the CEO channel, right? And we are having of the profile the which is having in the LinkedIn also. So if you want to check our the student certification or students feedback, and if you want to know more about the CEO institute also, you can go through that, right? Okay, fine. So now I want to start with our session, that is what? How to create an e-commerce website just like an Amazon, just by using of the HTML, CSS and Bootstrap, right? So in the previous sessions, whenever we talk about the portfolio which is related to the SEO, in the previous we have designed the Instagram clone just by using of the HTML and CSS. We didn't haven't include the bootstrap also, right? So now we came up with another new concept, that is what the bootstrap, right? So here, if you want to know manage if you want to manage with the bootstrap, so firstly you need to know about the CSS part. So if you are having of an idea about the CSS only, then you can manage with the this concept, right? If you're having of a basic idea about the flex that is CSS only, then you can handle with the bootstrap, right? So here, let me tell you. So the first thing that we need to do, right? So whenever we are starting creating of a web page, whenever we're starting of the coding part, so the first thing that we need to know is we need to create a layout here, right? So already we know, right? So the students who have like joined in the previous sessions, they already know what is the first step that we need to do, right? So the first step that we need to do is we need to draw the layout here, right? So what is that layout? So whatever the web page that you want to design actually, so for that web page, what you need to do, you just need to create a layout here, right? So as I said you, right? So as I said you, we are going to create an e-commerce website, right? So just let me, right. So here we are going to create what? One e-commerce website, just like an Amazon, right? So which is nothing but we are creating this cloning of an Amazon here, right? So no need to prepare this layout, because already we are having of the Amazon layout. So same as like Amazon only, we are going to develop the code here, right? So here we'll moving to the website. So this is the website that I have created, right? So see here, uh if you can see here, we are having of like many thing here, right? We are having of some cards over there, some slides, and here we are having of like back to top, and we are having of some footer here which is having of some details over here, right? So let me move slightly to the content. Yeah, so see here, tell me in the comment section, is this same look like Amazon or not? Yes or no? So it is same as it is of an Amazon web page, right? So this Amazon web page that I have created actually just by using of the HTML, CSS and Bootstrap. That's it. No need to learn like much more the content, just by using of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Sorry, Bootstrap. So here, one more thing that you need to know, right? Suppose here, if you're having of a knowledge on like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap and whatever it may be, right? You are having of like a knowledge on everything, but to prepare an e-commerce website, the knowledge is not only the main point. You need to have some creative thinking also, right? So if you are having the creativity in yourself, then you are able to design like more web pages like this. But if you are having of only the knowledge on language, you are not unable to design any web pages, right? So here in our academy, in our institute, we make you to gain knowledge, and we make you think the very creative way, right? So here, this is the main thing that you need to know, right? So here, why ma'am, why we need to think like creative, right? Without creative, can't we create any web pages? Yes, we can, right? Suppose, let me tell you one example for you. Suppose here, you're working as like some freelancer or some developer here, right? So let's assume you are one of the developer, and one of the customer came to you, and he wants a website, and he told you the requirements, right? His requirements he have told to you. What you need to do, your work is you need to develop one website. So here, according to his requirements, right, you need to record like each and every requirement of the customer, right, client, and according to that requirement, you need to build what? You need to build the website here, right? So now what I'm doing is, so to design the web page, I want to make the web page should be more attractive, right? So when the web page was more attractive, then only the customers, right? So the people, the public will attract to our web page, right? So same as like that, if I want to create any web page, and if I want to make it like more effective, so compulsory you need to have this creative thinking, right? So here we make you to gain the knowledge on the subject, and we make you to create like more creativity, right? So okay, fine, coming to the subject here, right? So as I said you, here we are including of the HTML part, CSS, and the other one would be what? The Bootstrap, right? So these are the things that we are going to mention here, right? Okay, so already we know, and for the new users, I'm going to repeat you again. So just by using of an HTML, we are going to create the structure of the web page, right? So by using of CSS, we are going to here, right? But the bootstrap, right? So bootstrap is nothing but whenever we talk about the HTML and CSS, by using of these two, we can create only the static web page and we cannot make it as responsive. But when it comes to the bootstrap, we can make the web pages as responsive, right? So because this bootstrap is nothing but it is one of the framework which includes of all the modules of the CSS and JavaScript, right? So here we are having of like pack here, right? All the predefined data, the inbuilt data was presented in the bootstrap actually, right? Okay, fine. Now what I'm going to do is, so let me show you the bootstrap web page here. So you can see here. So click on the first one. This is about the official web page of an bootstrap, and here we are having of the version here, right? Okay, fine. So here first we'll look into the website. So what I did here, I have mentioned the Amazon logo here. After that, I have mentioned the location, the search bar here, right? So here we are having of the icon, magnificent lens icon, and after that I have mentioned what the sign in. So hello, sign in account and list. So if you not yet sign in, then it will show you like sign in. If you click on it, so it is directly navigate to this sign in page. Okay, now fine. So after that we are having of returns and orders and cart, and here I have mentioned what the second now where we are having all fresh MX player like this, right? Suppose here I want to continue with the MX player, just what I will do, just I want to click on MX player, right? So see here directly it is navigating to the Amazon MX player. So this is how it gonna look like. And after that, suppose we are having of like sell bestsellers, today's date, like we are having of like many things. Suppose here let me click on this prime, right? Whenever I click on this prime, it is opening like the prime page like this. Okay, now fine. And just moving to this one, so this will plays a major role, so listen carefully. So this is what the carousel here, this is called as a carousel, right? So if I click on it, it is moving to some another page, clicking another page, clicking another page, right? So this is how we can mention the carousels using often a bootstrap concept, right? Okay, fine. So next we are having of what, we are having of some of the cards here, right? We are having appliances, some starting 149 headphones, some new launches, right? We are having of like many things, right? Suppose now what I want to do, I want to check what are the washing machine handles, or what are the refrigerators, like etc. Suppose here if I click on it, right? So see here it is opening off, it is opening off the entire washing machine list over here, right? So this is how it gonna having, right? Just moving back, and we are having of like a number of things. If you click on everywhere, right? Suppose here I'm clicking on here, right? So see here whenever I clicking on it, it is moving like another thing, right? So this is how it gonna be happen, right? So here just moving to the next one. So here we are having of the many sliders here. If I click on it, it is moving to the next page. If I click on it, again next page, right? So this is how it gonna having, right? So here lastly I have mentioned what back to top. So if I click on this back to top, it is directly moving to the top position. After that we are having of what, we are having of the footer. So here get to know us, get about Amazon careers, right? Amazon science, right? We are having of like many this. So here if you want to get contact with Amazon using of Facebook, if you click on the Facebook, directly it gonna navigate to the Facebook page, right? And after that we are having of like some Twitter, Instagram. If you click on it, so what it will do, directly it is navigating to the Instagram page, right? You need to log in into your page and you can get contact with the Amazon, right? So this is dated usually, right? Now we'll going to moving to the coding part, where we are having of the entire thing, right? So somebody has texted me that Neha Reddy, it have code. No ma'am, sorry, I can't get you. But yeah, I will show you the code here. So just I'm explaining the layout of a web page, right? So okay, fine. Going to the web page. So see here how short it is. Yes or no? Actually, I have mentioned what I have mentioned, the HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, right? So just by using of this code, that's it. So here, now what I'm going to do, let me open the head section. Already we know this is what the structure of an HTML. So within the head section, now what I'm doing is, I'm going to mention the title. I have given the title as Amazon, right? I want to tell you one more thing. So here, if you want to get the Amazon link here, you need to mention what, the favor icon. So here I'm just hiding off some of the tips, right? So if you want to make that icon appears, right, or if you want to add like more content like that, so you need to enroll for our course, right? So here it is just for like a demo. I'm not including like all the concept in this session, right? So I'm hiding some of the concepts where you can implement after learning of our course, right? Okay, fine. Next I have mentioned about the title, that is like Amazon. So here already we know the head section is used to provide the hyperlinks over there, right? So here first link I have mentioned like the CSS link. After that I have mentioned what, the bootstrap links here, right? These are what, the bootstrap links. And here I have mentioned what, the font awesome link here, right? So already we know the font awesome is one of the website where you can find all the icons over there. And here I have used what, the bootstrap. So here you are going to get the bootstrap links in the bootstrap web page only. So that these are what, the CDN links, we call it as CDN links, right? Okay, fine, just let me close the head section. Now here within the body section, what I did is I have took the main div. So within the div I have mentioned what, many divs, and I have named it as like n1 to n10. So why did I take like that? So see here, if you can currently observe this one. So I take it as n1, n2, this is what, n3, n4, n5, n6, n7, n8, n9 and n10. Right? So we are having of around 10 divisions. So that's why I took like 10 div tags, right? So first moving to the first one. In the first div, so we are having of what, we are having of the div. Within the div I have mentioned what, Amazon logo, and I have set at some height and width for it. And second one I have mentioned what, so actually we have mentioned the location, right? So I have just copied the font tab some icon from there, and I have mentioned the class name here, right? After that I have mentioned like deliver it to Hyderabad and update location. So these all things I have mentioned. After that I have mentioned the search bar, right, and search button here, that is like magnifying lens. And next one we are having of what, in the span I have given like hello. And whenever I click on sign in, so it is opening of sign in page, right? So if you can also see here, this is what, this is about the sign in page. That's it, very short way, right? So next one, so after this one we are having of returns and orders, and this is what, the last one, right, cart. So this is what, just by using of this one I have created, right? So let me show you the CSS part. Right, so here this is what, n1, I have set it the background color is black and height should be some 65 pixels and display it as grid. And here I have mentioned what, I have mentioned the columns, right? So here this is very important point. So why I have taken grid? Because I am going to set what, I am going to set the width of an content here, which element wants to take like the width, right? How much width it should be taken, right? So I have set it the width over there, right? So this is the use of grid. And after that in the same one we are having of the div, and here I have used what, the basic properties only, not the advanced one. I have used only the basic one, right? So if you want to learn the more advanced content, so we are going to provide in our course, but these are what, these are the very basic content here, right? So if you can see here, we are having of the basic grid, template, column, color, margin, height, width, background, right? So it is just like normal thing here, right? So these are all I have mentioned using of like the CSS properties. So this is about the end one part, right? So just let me gonna close this one. So the advantage of closing this one is you are going to get like a clarification that where you have started and where you have ended. Okay. And so Neha Reddy, front end and back end, right? We have actually used both here, right? So this is what the N2. So in the N2 we have mentioned what, the solid bars, and here I have mentioned what, all. So you can also look here, so three bars and all. So here if I click on it, it is navigating to some another page and fresh, like I have mentioned like many things here, right? So this is how you can find out here. And after that we are having of what, the n3. So in the n3, so this is what, this is an a carousel. Then where you can get it from, how you can create this one? So here just let me tell you. So this is what, the bootstrap page, right? So go to this docs, and within the docs we are having of what, in the components, like we are having of the carousels. So let me show you, this is what, the carousels, click on it. So we are having of what, we are having of many examples related to the carousel. If you click on it, it's gonna be slided here, right? So this is how the bootstrap will work. So here just I have used the basic part. So if you want, you can also use like more advanced carousels also. Okay, now fine. So just to design this one, I have mentioned these carousels and I have set it the height and width for it, and also I have created this images using of Canva, right? And one more thing I want to tell you. So here, uh, whenever you are having a knowledge on the content, like the subject part, and you are having of the creativity also, creativity is fine, but in the creativity also we are having of multiple ways, right? So in the creativity you need to know like what are the color combination that we need to mention, and what are the images that we need to mention, right? So we are going to gather all these things. And one more, the major thing is editing here, right? So here in our institute we are also tell you, right, how to edit the content with using of Canva, right? So here you are also going to learn about the Canva app. So I think you know about, have you listened about the Canva app? So it is like very very um, major app here, right? So nowadays many of the people are using Canva, right? So to edit the content, right? So to design the code also, currently we are using of the Canva only, right? So because they have launched the Canva AI, so it is like more attractive and more demanding thing in the market. So we are going to teach you like that also, right? So Canva, how to we can use Canva with AI also, right? Okay, fine. So here I have edited these pictures using of an Canva. So within the Canva only I have mentioned these things, right? Okay, after that what I did is I have took the images here, some of the images over like this, and I have mentioned what the cards here, right? So if you can see here, these are the carousels part. So within the carousels I have mentioned what the carousels here. Okay, now so if you can see here, these are the images here, okay, now that I have created, right? So these are the carousels images, okay, now so this you can be designing using of the Canva. By using of Canva you can design like all this now. Fine, just let me close this N3. Coming to N4. So within the N4 we are having of what multiple cards, right? So first let me show you the first one. So here in the first one what I did is I have mentioned the div as card, and in the bold tag I have mentioned what appliances for home. Like this I have mentioned the content, and within the div I have mentioned like multiple images over there, and I have mentioned the text. So see here, yes or no? So image and content, image content, so same as like that, right? So you can also mention it the same. So this card is same repeated for these things, right? So if you attended for the previous session, then you are having of like more idea about how to create a card, right? Already we have designed the card, so that is in the uh, last one, that is like portfolio, and in the Instagram clone also we have created these cards, right? So same as like N4 I have created for the N5 also, because so see here, the N4 is having of cards, and in the N5 also it is having of all the cards, right? So here whatever the navigation I have mentioned I have developed in another page, but as of now, so what I did is first here I took like class is equals to some container one, and this is like container two. So this container is representing of the entire container. So within the container I have mentioning of what the multiple cards here, right? So this is how I can mention here, right? So next one. So this is how I have mentioned like this, right? I have created the cards. Next one. So here, the next thing that we are having is, so these are what? These are all the cards. So just let me close this one. Next we are having of N6. So within the N6, what I did is, for getting off on a carousel here, right? So if you can see here, for getting off in a carousel, what I did is I have mentioned the carousel, and within that I have mentioned like multiple objects here, right? So if I click on it, it is navigating to another page. If I mention it here, it is moving to the another content. So forget these type of link that I have mentioned it for same carousel example only, right? So uh, using of a bootstrap is very very easy, but you need to know how we can work within a bootstrap, right? So once if you are having of an idea about how we can deal with the bootstrap, then it is very easy, and within the seconds only, within some few minutes only, then you are going to create a website, right? So that's why the bootstrap is like very very important in the front end part. And whenever, so without bootstrap, using of bootstrap also we can design the web pages, but bootstrap will plays a major role. And whenever we move our content, right, so it makes it responsive, right? So responsive is nothing but we can develop our web pages that is in the laptop or in the mobile or in the tab, right? So here suppose, let me tell you one thing. Suppose here I have developed the Amazon web page, this page in my laptop, and I want to see this one in my mobile. So is it the same alignment? No, the alignment and the layout would be changed. And here same as like that, I can change like some other thing also, right? I want to open in my tab. How can I? So the alignment would be changed. So same as like that, so we can also change the alignment, right? But if you add the bootstrap, defaultly the bootstrap will change the alignment, so it will make it as responsive, right? So somebody is asking how to design, say, step by step. Okay, sure. So Neha Reddy in code, they have SRC. What is mean by SRC? So SRC is nothing but it is a source where you can mention the location of the content here, whether it may be the image location or whatever, right? So uh, Jitendra, okay, fine, Jitendra. So listen here, when it comes to the coding part, so just listen here, right? So just let me give the overview of the content. So already I told you, whenever you want to create any web page, so compulsory you need to design the layout here, right? So this is the navbar, and I'm creating of some another navbar here, right? So after that I have mentioned of some carousels here. So I have mentioning of some carousels. After this carousels, here only I have mentioned the cards, right? So here, if you want to get to know, or if you want to learn like all these things, compulsory you should have an idea about this one, right? So if you are a very beginner, or if you are don't know like at least the HTML also, it may cause like a bit of confusion about this one. But if you are having of a basic idea, then you are going to get to know like very easily, right? So here, step by step is nothing but whenever you want to create any web page, first only you need to create the layout here, right? So actually I have created the layout. So here, why I didn't show this layout means already we are having of an Amazon, we have seen like many times, right? So that's why I have directly moved to the web page. So to design this one, I have used what, the nav bar. So within the div section I have used the nav tag. Within the nav tag I have mentioned like all this content, and I make it as like using of the grid part, I have make it as some alignment here. So in the second one also I have mentioned what, I have mentioned like all these icons, and I have mentioned them by using of some flex concept. So this is the carousel, just by using of the bootstrap I'm mentioning it as what, the slides. So for the next portion, that is what, the cards. Compulsory you need to know about the CSS part. If not, suppose, ma'am, I have a basic idea about the CSS, but more than CSS, I have an idea about Bootstrap. Then you can directly go with Bootstrap, because in the Bootstrap directly we are having the content called the card. So let me show you. So here let me mention it as card. So see here, this is what, this is a predefined card, and the code was already presented here, right? Suppose if you want to change this image, then what you can do? So here you can see image src is equals to three dots. You just clear it out, and you can mention your path, image path, right? So here you can change the card title of the card, and you can change this content over there, and you can also change the content that is presented in the button. So just what you can do, just you're gonna copy this one and you can mention over there, right? So that's it, very simple, right? So here, these are, here we are having of multiple different types of cards. If according to your requirement, you can go there and you can copy the content and you can paste and you can use it, right? If you don't have any idea about like bootstrap and of everything, right? So if the bootstrap, again I'm repeating, if the bootstrap want to like get appear for you, so compulsory you need to mention the cdn link that is presented in the bootstrap. Okay, now compulsory you need to mention the cdn links in your page, right? So now what I'm going to do, so okay, I have created the cards, and I have mentioned what, I have mentioned the sidebars also. So here whenever I click on it, so it is directly moving to some another one, right? So this is how usually it will represent. Now what I did is I have took another div. So within that I have mentioned what, back to top. So here back to top is nothing but, here if I want to navigate for navigation purpose, so ma'am, how to image added, right? Okay, so as I said you, to add the images, first you need to copy the link of an image, right? So firstly you need to have the group of images over there. So after getting the group of images only, that images path that you need to mention within your src, right? So ma'am, css is important? No ma'am, first we have to learn css. No ma'am. Okay, Neha Reddy. So first we need to learn the CSS. After the CSS only, we need to learn the Bootstrap. So before going to start the CSS, you are not able to understand the Bootstrap only, right? So firstly, you need to learn the HTML part. So let me tell you the how we can uh, teach you is, so first we are going to teach you the HTML part, after that CSS, after that we'll teach you the Bootstrap and JavaScript, right? So this makes you very easy to create a web page, right? So because whenever we use like HTML and CSS, then you can get to know an idea how to create a content, and by here only you are going to build some projects which includes of some article portfolio like this, right? So after getting of stab, then you are going to get to know like complete detailing of your layout, right? So after completion of the bootstrap, then you are able to create of e-commerce website. Okay, now. So this is how the step by step we are going to take the learned. We are going to prepare you, right? So this is what back to top. Here I have mentioned what the anchor tag. So within the anchor tag, I have mentioned like back to top. Okay, now. So here, whenever I click on it, directly it is navigating to the top. So because I have mentioned the anchor tag, so let me show you. So this is the carousel part. So just let me gonna close this, and this is what. So see here, basic one. A href hash n1 back to top. So here n1 is where? So n1 it is having here. So here we are having of the n1. So n1 is here, right? So if I click on directly, if I mention here, directly it is navigating to there. Okay, now next we are having is n9. N9 is nothing but where we have provided our details, right? So see here we have mentioned like get to know us, about Amazon, careers, release, right? So here whenever I click on this Facebook and Twitter, so what it is giving actually, so whenever I click on it, I have mentioned what the Facebook link and the Twitter link and the Instagram link. So whenever you click on it, this Facebook, directly it is navigating to the Facebook, and whenever we click on Twitter, it is directly navigating to the Twitter, right? So this is how it gonna work, right? Compulsory, if you want to navigate from one page to another page, compulsory make sure you need to mention the anchor tag. Without anchor tag, you are not supposed to navigate from one page to another page, right? Okay, so this is how I have mentioned the N9, right? So here, and the next one we are having is like same as like that I have mentioned like all the details over there, and at last we are having is N10. So here N10 is nothing but I have mentioned what I have mentioned like all the details, right? So just let me show you. So here I have mentioned like a book, like books reference and collectibles, right? So and next one, Amazon web services, scalable cloud computing services. So these are things I have mentioned here actually, right? So here we are having of the last session, so where I can mention the conditions over there. So see here, conditions of use and scale, privacy notice, interested based ads, right? So these I have created using of like entire the div section only, right? So I think you get a basic idea how the div is very important to us, right? So here it is very very important to you. Whenever you are creating of any web page, compulsory you need to know the importance of a div, right? So without div and without the main content, so you're not able to create, right? So here whenever you're able to build this HTML code, that's fine, but whenever we move to the CSS part, it get complicated to deal with what, to deal with this content, right? So see here how the selectors I have mentioned here, right? So to get the properties, to give some properties to the content, I have mentioned what different types of selectors here, right? So this is how it gonna present. So see here, if you don't know how to add the selectors to the content, then you're not supposed to write the any CSS and any bootstrap also, right? So even though you are using the bootstrap also, compulsory you need to know how we can add the beauty to the web page, right? So that is nothing but using of an CSS, or else you need to know at least in the bootstrap also how we can add the properties. So if you want to add the properties in the bootstrap, compulsory you need to know about the CSS, right? So whenever we talk about these properties and all the things, usually we are having of like all the content videos in our institute, right? And based on these type of concepts, for every weekend, that is like every Saturday, we are going to post you the same thing in our YouTube channel. So if you want you once again, so just please go and subscribe to our channel, that is Seoak. So if you can subscribe to the channel, then you are having you are going to get like notifications from our side, right? So whenever we are introducing of any of the session, then you are going to get to know. Okay. So this is how the CSS part will be look like, right? Okay, so here to get like to tell like all the content about the Amazon, this one session is not possible to tell you like all the session, all the detailing about the Amazon page, right? So because if you can look into this web page, so actually I have designed this one. So whenever I click on it, it is moving to the some other page, and here, so to explain you that one also, like it will get like more confusion stage for you, right? So see here how it look like, yes or no? So here now what I'm going to do, suppose let me moving to the sign in page. So this is how we can create, right? So here usually I have created this web page just by using of some another HTML file. Here I have just used a word, just used of some HTML and CSS, that's it. Even though I didn't use any bootstrap also, just by using of HTML and CSS, I have used this, I have created this login page, right? So sign in page, right? So if you want to get created with this one, so what you need to do, you need to know the HTML and CSS part. So here if I want to explain this one, or so let me move to the another one. Suppose if I want to mention like this one, so if I want to explain this content, so it takes like a more time, right? Only the 1 hour, and this one session is not it is impossible to explain like all this content. So see here what are the content that I have mentioned actually, right? So this is how actually I have mentioned. Okay now, so these are what automatic, right? So these are what the interval, time interval carousels, right? So I have mentioned, I have set it the time, so whether it may be some 2 seconds, 1 second, 3 seconds, according to the time interval it gonna slide the content automatically, right? So here I have mentioned what, here I have mentioned the cards over there, right? So this is how you need to know, right? So just by learning of one page it's not enough for you, right? So you need to know, you should capable of building of like multiple pages, and you need to uh, catch up with, like you need to combine like blend with like multiple pages here, right? So if you want to get to know that much of knowledge, so compulsory you need to enroll for the course, right? It your own self also, you don't get like that much idea, because here we are going to include like much more websites over there, right? So that is like some third party websites, and here we are using of the editing part, right? And here the main concept is we can do promoting for you, so which is nothing but promoting of your profile, right? So here I think already you know, if you want to promote your profile, which is nothing but, so here hiding it. So what you are doing is, so here if you want to get a job, and if you want to expose, if you want to showcase your skills, how you can directly, you are mentioning your LinkedIn, yes or no, and what are the projects that you are doing that you are mentioning in your LinkedIn or your resume, right? So those all contents we make you to prepare, and we let you know that how you can promote your profile, right? So this is how you can mention, right? So I think you get a basic idea about the e-commerce website. So this is what, this is about an e-commerce website. So this is how you can build the code, right? So if you want to get like each and every line, if you want to know like how we can build by step, so this one session is not enough for you. Okay now, so I think so if you can, if you want, you can also ask my students, or if we have mentioned like many of the our students feedback in YouTube as well as LinkedIn. So if you want to get their profile, you can directly visit our LinkedIn page, our YouTube channel. Then you are going to get the our students websites, right? So their profiles. So if you want, you can ask to them, right? So they are able to create these type of websites, right? So so many of our students, they have built like these e-commerce websites, and they have promoting in their LinkedIn profiles and YouTube channels, right? So if you want to make it like same thing, so compulsory you need to enroll for our course, right? So fine, let me let's go with the doubt session. So somebody have mentioned like ma'am, add databases or not. So when it comes to the database here, right? So here whenever creating of a web page is different, creating of an entire application is different, right? So here web page is nothing but what are the interface that we are looking here, that is just by using a front end we are going to create this web pages. But application is nothing but we are adding of the logic, as well as we are adding of what, we are adding of the database, right? So here if you want to build, if you are requirement, and if you want to build the entire database, like entire application compulsory you need to add the databases here, right? So in the databases also we are having of like many things. So whatever that you want according to your requirement and according to the language that you have learned, according to that you can build, right? And one more thing you need to know, suppose if you learn for like full stack development course and if you are hired for the a developer role, so they don't give you like all the responsibilities to build an application. They can assign you for the front end, or they can assign you for the back end, or assign you for the like database related content, right? So for each and every domain you need to know the knowledge here, right? So this is in a basic a web page, that's it, right? So here this is not an application, this is what in a web page that we have created using of HTML, CSS and Bootstrap. That's it, right? I think you got an answer for your question. And next one. So live video upload to YouTube, ma'am. Actually, the videos were already uploaded in the YouTube after completion of this session, right? So if you want, you can directly go profile, visit our profile. So that is present in the YouTube. So just type as Seoak. So let me show you our profile. So just type as Seoak. So this is the YouTube one. So just a second. So let me open the YouTube. Right. So here in the YouTube, let me mention it as Seoak. Sorry, just a second. So this is how our channel, right? So actually this live was happening here. So this is the previous one that we have built the portfolio in the previous session. And before that week we have developed what we have developed the Instagram cloning, right? So if you want to watch this session, you can also watch this session. So you can join with us in the YouTube channel and you can watch here, right? So whatever the thing that we are having now, so the entire recording video will be presented here, right? And if you want to go with the LinkedIn profile also, you can directly go with the LinkedIn profile, right? So next one. So, ma'am, can you send code? So, Srija, I already said you. So, and for the new users also, I'm telling you, if you want to get the source code, or else if you want to get more details about our code, our course, compulsory you need to, or you need to get contact with the our counselor. And if you want to get certified with that, so you need to mention what the attendance form, right? So actually I have mentioned the attendance sheet in the chat box, and I'm providing the number also. So just please get contact with the our counselor. Okay, right. So here actually so many members are asking about the source code. So what is the use of source code actually, right? So whenever you know about the knowledge, right, whenever you're having of a knowledge and whenever you know you are able to build the code, actually you no need to copy any of them source code, right? So if you're having of an idea, we make them you to prepare a web pages, right? So already I said you, right? So only the knowledge is not enough, right? So we make you to create think like very creative, right? So which helps you to build the web pages like this, right? So the next question is send you code. Next one, ma'am, please send code, it is more useful to us. Banu Teja, okay, ma, done. But okay, I agree it is useful to you, but I want you to build actually, right? So if you want to build, so you need to know the code actually, right? You need to know about the content actually, what is the technology means and how the code will be implemented in the languages, right? So for sure I will send you. So if you want to get the code, just please contact with our counselor, right? So just I have mentioned the number over there. So just what you can do is just directly text to our counselor, I'm going to send you the code for you, right? Next, Neha, SQL use or not, ma'am? So here already I said SQL is nothing but what? The database over there, right? So suppose here in the Amazon, what I'm doing is, so here moving to the sign in. So here I have mentioned what the mobile number or email address. Suppose here let me give the email address. Suppose here let me give Seoak at the rate of, suppose let me give it as gmail.com. So whenever I click on it and whenever I have click on submit, so what it should do, it should submit to the Amazon page, right? But is it submitting? No, because we are creating of what, the static page, right? So if you can observe one thing, right? So the only static page was like looking like this. Suppose what if we're gonna add the backend part also, right? It will look like more attractive, and it's gonna be add like having of more functionality here, right? So this is how we didn't add any databases here, because we didn't created any application here. Just we have created the interface, which is nothing but the web pages here, right? Multiple web pages, not in a single web page. We are creating of multiple web pages over there, right? And ma'am, when will we make a video on database as well as backend? Asha Lata. So Lata, nice one. So sure, we'll make a video on the backend as well as the database too, right? For sure, we'll make it. Okay, but it will take some time. So whether it may be the next week or else some other next week, right? So if you want to get notified with that, do the subscription with our channel, right? If you get subscribe only, then you are going to get the notification that whatever we are providing actually. Okay, right. And next one. Okay. So if you're having of like any more doubts, you can please mention in the comment section. I will clarify your doubts. Right. And one more thing I want to tell you, right? So here, uh most of the students, right? Suppose here last time we have reached like a very good views, right? So so many students are already enrolled and booked their slots also. So now in this batch also we are starting off in a new batch, right? And one more thing you need to remember, so many institute, like many other institutes, like any others, right? Specifically I don't mention any name, but if you consider like any other thing, so they are going to bulge like a like like 50 plus members in a single batch, right? But we don't do like that, right? We are having of only the minimum slots for us, right? So we are going to have the children, we are going to have the students who had enrolled first, right? So we are going to take them first. If you want to book your slot and if you want to enroll to our institute, so what are the number that I have mentioned, just keep a message as, give a text as interested. Our counselor only will get touch with you. Okay, now? So ma'am, yeah, done. Okay, right? So and I want to tell you one another thing here. So always I'm repeating you, like we are having of a batch, we are going to start a new batch, and we are having of the new batch over in upcoming days, right? So here for all of them I'm telling you, so here offering you a very reasonable ticket price here, right? So we are offering you this course only for the 6,000, right? So I think it is very 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 reasonable for you, and when it compares to the another institutes or whatever it may be, right? So you are getting of like bulge content here for the very reasonable file, right? So ma'am, doing own e-commerce project, how to do, right? Very nice question. So same as like that, we can create our own web page, right? Suppose here I have took just the reference of the Amazon. But what if I want to create my own? So what I'll do here, I can mention what I can create in a navbar. So within the navbar, I can create like some home button, some search button, right? So here I can mention some same as like that. I'm going to create this cards over there. So by mentioning like this, and you can mention your own images like this. Suppose if you're promoting like some only clothing related e-commerce website, then you can mention all clothing related content. And if you want to promoting like any event related web page, suppose here we are having of many web pages like uh, Mintra, right? Amazon, or else some other things like we are having of like many restaurant related e-commerce websites also, right? So you can also build that related restaurant related websites or any other, right? So that depends upon your interest, that depends upon your requirement, you can create by your own. So that's why I'm telling you, if you know the knowledge and if you know about how to create a web page, so then it is very easy to make it like a great output, right? But if you know only the knowledge about this one, if you don't have any creativity, or if you're having of a creativity but if you're don't having of any knowledge, so it is unable to build any of the web page, right? So it is having, it is mandatory to having the knowledge on the subject and knowledge on the creativity, so that will makes you to prepare a great e-commerce websites. Okay now, so will make you sure that you should do that. Okay now, fine. Okay, right. So more any doubts, right? And one more, the major thing I want to tell you, right? So here the major reason for all the students are enrolling for an institute is, the first thing is gaining of an knowledge, and the second one is certification part. So this certification plays a very very major role in your resume, which gives you the high weightage, right? So here, how you can get the high weightage in your resume? So whenever you put your certification, a high weightage certification in your resume, then only your get resume get shortlisted in the hiring process, right? Then how you can get? So here, by enrolling with our institute, we are going to provide you the certification, so which collaborates with the Wipro and AWS, right? So here, this was a, like a very very the major certificate, and which gives you the lot of weightage to your resume. So just by using of an a 6,000 price, right? So we are charging for the just 6,000. By using of this 6,000, you are going to get the entire course, and you are going to get the high weightage certification. And the one more thing, so of this providing you the 3 months so after completion of these 3 months, we are going to select some of the students according to the performance and according to the active students that we are going to look into you, and we are going to shortlist some of the students, and we provide you the paid internships for you, right? And we can also give you the real time projects, that is like you can work it as an freelancer also, and you can also earn money, right? And here, according to your performance, we are going to select only the few students, and we can provide you the scholarship for you up to 15,000 for you, right? So I think you are having of like many many opportunities just for the reasonable price, that is like around 6,000, right? So it is very great, it is great opportunity to grab it. So make sure you need to enroll for it. Already I have mentioned the number, and I have given the attendance sheet in your web in the chat box. You can directly go there, and you can directly mention your details in the attendance sheet, get certified with. And if you want to get the certification with our CO community thing, so compulsory you need to enroll for our course, right? Already I mentioned you the number, right? So just if you want to get more get notified with more this content, so just do subscription for our channel, right? So if you're having of like more about if you're having of more doubts, or if you're having of any queries, please let me know. Please upload the video, and please send the overall code, and it was very helpful to us, ma'am. Hasni, okay, fine. Next. Ma'am, I create own e-commerce web page project only clothes. Please help me, ma'am. Sure, sure, we'll help you for sure. So whenever you are creating of your own e-commerce website, compulsory you need to gather all your images, and you need to create the layout first, right? So compulsory the layout is mandatory, right? So you need to create the layout, and you need to connect like all the images or videos, whatever it may be. And so it is very grateful if you add the bootstrap. If not, your web page look like so and so, right? Next. More, any doubts? So actually we are having of like like few minutes to end up this session. So already I said you, so we are having of only the few slots, right? So if you want to book your slot directly, you can get contact with our counselor, as I mentioned you the number, right? So get contact with them, and just give a text to them like interested, okay? They only get contact with you, and they can book your slots for you, right? So this is like very great opportunity for you to grab at the reasonable price. You are going to get the high weightage certification and the best course for you, and you are going to get like minimum 8 to 9 projects from your course, right? So and you are going to get what, you are going to get the paid internship, and you are gets qualified with the 15,000 scholarship here, right? So these are like very major advantages for you, okay? So remaining, if you are having of any doubts, please let me know. And when it comes to the enrolled part, so already the 27 members are enrolled actually. Yeah, fine, looking for more. So and what, who are the people, they have already enrolled for the previous session, so they are having the new batch for like around in it gonna be start from the 15th of July. Ma'am, give your contact number, ma'am. Already I have mentioned in the chat box, ma'am, you can directly contact with that. Jitendra Naik. Right, I'm going to mention it once again. Have a look into it. Okay. Right, so make sure, so compulsory you need to get subscribe to our channel, and if you want to have like notified with through LinkedIn also, you can directly visit our LinkedIn also, right? And we are also having of our WhatsApp community. You can also join in our WhatsApp community, right? So if you get just once ping me the message in the WhatsApp, our counselor will get send you like all the details about our institute, right? So for the students who have already enrolled and who have like already learning, for those students I think so who are already completed their courses, they have already built the projects like this, right? Already they have mentioned in their profile also, right? So if you want to make build same web pages like this, and if you want to get like more advanced in the web pages, so you just enroll for our course, will make you to build like more web pages like this, right? Yeah, more doubts, any queries, ma? So we are having of we left like more 3 minutes. If you're having of any queries, please ping me in the chat box. I will let you know. Right? Right? So okay, so don't forget, ma. So in the next week we are going to come up with the like something more interested concept, right? So stay tuned for the next week. So we are coming with a very new interesting concept, that which doesn't found you like in any of the content created profile, right? So I'm not going to let you tell you like now only, but I will announce you for sure. So here in the next weekend, like in the next Saturday, we are going to came up with a new concept, and that will gives you like more weightage for you. Suppose if you're gonna mention, if you're gonna develop the same content like that, and if you're gonna mention in your profile, so that will gives you like more weightage for you. Okay, so if you want to get notified with that, so you can do subscribe with our channel, right? And not only the next session, and upcoming 3 sessions are like very interesting sessions, right? So don't miss those sessions. And not only for these like websites, we are going to came up with like sessions, we are going to came up with the databases and like some other backend part. And also we are going to came up with other languages like data science and AWS, right? So which are having lot of more demanding in the market, right? I think already know, right? Ma'am, give me how to create 3D animation. Sure, Jitendra. Actually, I think you are having of an idea about like all this content. So just enroll for it. So you are going to get like all the content which is related to the front end part. And if you want to enroll for the backend, so we are providing the backend and database too. Okay, right? We are having of we left only the 1 minute. Yeah, it's time for you. So make sure everyone should attend, so for the next upcoming weeks, upcoming sessions. So if you want to get notified, just directly go and subscribe to our channel, so that is Seoak. Just directly type as Seoak, then you are going to get our profile, right? So do subscribe, so that you are going to get all the related content and what are the sessions that we are providing, right? So sometimes we are not going to provide on Saturday, sometimes we're going to provide on Wednesday or Sunday, whatever it may be, right? But if you want to get notified from us, compulsory you need to do subscribe to our channel, right? So and one more thing, so we are giving like more 5 minutes for you to enroll and to book your slots. Already so many members are booked their slots, and for remaining members who want to book their slots, directly you can contact with with our counselor. Okay, right? Okay, fine, everyone. Thank you for attending. So I had like you had a great thing today. So I think you have learned something today, right? So if you want to learn same like this, just attend for the next sessions also, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, right? Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good night.